Welcome to Easy Driver, the most reliable source of automotive information on YouTube. Thank you for visiting us, and many thanks to those who have subscribed, liked, commented, and shared our videos. In part 2 of our series, we'll continue our discussion about topping off your car's gas tank. We'll dive deeper into the topic, exploring best practices, potential issues to watch out for, and whether this practice is genuinely beneficial. Let's get started. Best practices for fueling your vehicle. When it comes to fueling your vehicle, following best practices can help ensure optimal performance and efficiency. By adopting these simple habits, you can maintain your car's health and save money on fuel costs. In this section, we will explore 3 practices to keep in mind when refueling your vehicle. Fill up when the tank is low. It is recommended to fill up your car's gas tank when it is approaching a quarter full. Waiting until the tank is nearly empty can lead to various issues. Firstly, running on low fuel level for extended periods may cause the fuel pump to overheat, resulting in premature wear and potential failure. Additionally, sediment and impurities that accumulate at the bottom of the fuel tank can get stirred up and pumped into the fuel system when the tank is nearly empty. By refueling before the fuel level drops too low, you can minimize these risks and keep your vehicle running smoothly. Stop pumping when the nozzle automatically shuts off. When refueling, it's important to pay attention to the automatic shutoff feature on the fuel pump nozzle. This mechanism is designed to prevent overfilling the tank and spilling fuel. It's crucial to respect this feature and not try to squeeze in extra fuel after it has stopped automatically. Overfilling the tank can lead to fuel leakage, which not only wastes fuel but also poses a safety hazard. Additionally, excess fuel can enter the vehicle's evaporative emission system, causing damage and triggering the check engine light. Therefore, always stop pumping when the nozzle shuts off automatically. Avoid topping off to the brim. While it may be tempting to squeeze in a little extra fuel to maximize your mileage, topping off the gas tank beyond the recommended fuel capacity is not advisable. The empty space in the tank allows fuel to expand with temperature changes. If the tank is filled to the brim, there won't be enough room for expansion, which can lead to fuel spillage and potential damage to the fuel system. Moreover, modern vehicles are equipped with a vapor recovery system that captures fuel vapors and redirects them back to the fuel tank, making it even more critical to avoid overfilling. Hence, it's best to stop fueling once the automatic shutoff engages and avoid topping off. Following these best practices when fueling your vehicle will help maintain its longevity and efficiency while minimizing the risks associated with fuel system damage and fuel spillage. By adopting these habits, you can ensure a smooth and trouble-free driving experience while optimizing your fuel consumption. Factors to consider. When deciding whether or not to top off your car's gas tank, there are several factors that you should take into consideration. These factors include vehicle model and manufacturer recommendations, as well as personal preferences and habits. Let's delve into each of these factors to help you make an informed decision. Vehicle model and manufacturer recommendations. Different vehicle models and manufacturers may have varying recommendations when it comes to topping off your gas tank. It is important to consult your vehicle's owner's manual or reach out to the manufacturer to understand their specific guidelines. Some vehicle models have a smaller evaporative emission system capacity, which means that topping off the tank could lead to fuel spillage or damage to the system. In such cases, it is advisable to follow the manufacturer's recommendation and avoid topping off the tank. Personal preferences and habits. Aside from manufacturer recommendations, personal preferences and habits also play a role in deciding whether to top off your gas tank. Some people prefer to top off their tanks to ensure they have a full tank of gas at all times. This can provide a sense of security, especially for those who frequently drive long distances or in remote areas where gas stations may be scarce. On the other hand, some individuals may prefer to avoid topping off due to concerns such as fuel wastage, potential fuel spillage, or increased weight in the vehicle. The additional weight from a full tank of gas can slightly decrease fuel efficiency, although the impact is generally minimal. It is worth considering your driving habits and typical usage patterns. If you regularly drive short distances and have access to gas stations within a convenient range, topping off the tank may not be necessary. However, if you frequently embark on long road trips or have limited access to gas stations, topping off the tank could provide peace of mind. Ultimately, the decision to top off your car's gas tank depends on a combination of vehicle model and manufacturer recommendations, as well as your personal preferences and driving habits. Consider these factors carefully to determine what works best for you and your vehicle. Keep in mind that fueling your car responsibly and adhering to recommended practices is always advisable. This includes avoiding overfilling the tank, as it can potentially lead to fuel spillage, damage to the vehicle's emission system, or inefficient fuel usage. Final verdict. When it comes to the question of whether you should top off your car's gas tank, the answer is not as straightforward as you might think. While some argue that it is necessary to maximize fuel efficiency and minimize the risk of running out of gas, others claim that it can lead to potential problems with your vehicle's fuel system. In this final verdict section, we will weigh the pros and cons and provide a clear recommendation based on the information presented. The pros of topping off your car's gas tank. There are a few benefits to topping off your car's gas tank. 1. Peace of mind. Topping off your gas tank can give you a sense of security, knowing that you have a full tank of gas and are less likely to run out during your journey. Maximizing range. By filling up your tank to the brim, you can potentially increase your vehicle's range, especially when embarking on long trips or traveling through remote areas. Avoiding frequent stops. Topping off your gas tank means you won't have to make as many stops at gas stations, saving you time and the inconvenience of searching for a station during your journey. The cons of topping off your car's gas tank. Despite the perceived advantages, there are also some drawbacks to consider. Fuel vapor emissions. When you top off your gas tank, there is a risk of spilling fuel or releasing harmful vapors into the air. These vapors contribute to air pollution and can be harmful to both the environment and your health. Fuel system damage. Overfilling the tank can cause fuel to enter the vehicle's charcoal canister and potentially damage the evaporative emission control system. Repairs can be expensive and may not be covered by your warranty. Waste and expense. Topping off your gas tank can lead to wasted fuel if excess gas is not properly utilized. Additionally, if gas prices increase after you top off, you may end up spending more money than necessary. The verdict: proceed with caution. After considering the pros and cons, it is evident that topping off your car's gas tank has its advantages and disadvantages. To make an informed decision, it is crucial to weigh the potential risks and benefits and proceed with caution. If you choose to top off your gas tank, ensure that you do so carefully and avoid overfilling. Be mindful of fuel vapor emissions and take precautions to minimize their impact on the environment. On the other hand, if you decide not to top off, plan your trips accordingly and make sure you have sufficient fuel for your intended journey. Ultimately, the decision should be based on your individual preferences, driving habits, and consideration for the environment. By staying informed and making conscious choices, you can optimize your car's fuel usage while minimizing any potential risks. Conclusion: in conclusion, topping off your car's gas tank is not recommended. While it may seem like a simple way to get more fuel in your tank, it can actually do more harm than good. Overfilling your tank can lead to fuel spillage, which is not only wasteful but also harmful to the environment. Additionally, modern fuel systems are designed to handle a certain level of vapor space within the tank to allow for fuel expansion. By topping off, you may disrupt this balance and potentially damage the fuel system components. It is best to fill your tank to the recommended level and avoid trying to squeeze in that extra bit of gas. And that's the conclusion of our two-part discussion on whether you should top off your car's gas tank. We've covered the best practices and potential issues, and weighed the pros and cons to help you make an informed decision. If you found this video helpful, please take a moment to like and share it with your fellow drivers. For more informative content and insights into the world of automobiles, make sure to subscribe to Easy Driver, the most reliable source of automotive information on YouTube. Thank you for watching.